Welcome to the Digital Fintech Show. Today we have with us Arardhi, who's a co-founder and CEO of FastCollab, a travel as service company. Travel as a service is a new phenomenon which is emerging. I think they are the first guys in the country who are developing it. It's very similar to banking as service. So the way in banking as service, you can create a new model on banking where you can ride on the current banks and build your own journey as a new bank. Similarly, in travel service, any entity, a fintech or a bank or anybody else can actually partner with travel as service company and build their own travel platform. And therefore, in this sense, they are changing the way market operates, how the customers, retail and MSMEs will book their flights, hotels, and buses. Normally, in these sessions, we get leaders from fintech, but this is the first time we are getting somebody new. So, hope you will sort of, as an audience, you will like it. And also, we believe that travel as service can help fintech and banking system a lot, and will enable them to build deeper relationship with their customer segments. So both will make money. You can even give them a BNPL for buying travel, or even you as a fintech or a bank, you will get actually transactions to happen on your platform. You know where the customer is traveling. Instead of just getting a debit and credit, you actually will have a whole travel journey. So you can actually sell more products and services to the client. Thanks a lot, Shri, for joining us and welcome on board. Before we start, just wanted to have a quick introduction about yourself and FastCollab. Over to you.
Good afternoon, Samir. Thank you for inviting us to the show. So FastCollab is a travel technology company. We are India's first travel as a service business, pure play tech player. So you can imagine us as a infrastructure backbone for travel from India to the globe. We work with various corporates for enabling them to take care of their travel programs. We enable the largest travel agencies like Thomas Cook, FCM, and various other players in that space. We also are enabling the product organizations, online commerce businesses, product companies, fintech businesses, banks to really embed travel as a service into their existing offering of either B2B or B2C kind of modes.
Oh, this is fantastic. I think we were always hearing about banking as service platform, right? You are more of a reverse, which is travel as service, embedding into fintech. So, a quick question before we get into TaaS and all. I think what encouraged your background is not in this business. What encouraged you to get into the travel business? And how, I mean, you have been there for some time. How are you creating it? What is changing in the ecosystem?
So myself, if I may say so, as an entrepreneur, this is my second venture as a successful entrepreneur. Before this, I ran a business called Wishworks, which I founded back in 2008. So we were specializing in API implementations for a very specific product called MuleSoft, which is owned by Salesforce. So we had global customers from UK, US, and Indian market. So we got as a niche business, very niche business. We got acquired by Coforge in 2019. Very successful business, very successful acquisition. So as we want to continue our entrepreneurial journey, myself, my brother Murthy, we are co-founders at FastCollab. So we always wanted to focus on products. So we were not sure which product to focus on initially, but I think the best place to learn what to do is on the field. So we were interacting with various partners, mentors, and friends in the market. So we found travel has a big space, is very disorganized. Most cases it is broken in terms of technology. It needs new innovation, new areas of growth in that space. So that is when we looked travel into more seriously. Then our partners encouraged us that their desperate need for a good technology in this space. We started building it, and when we are fully into it. It's actually huge space. At one end, you have all the airlines, hotels, bus, insurance, and various other providers. On one end, a lot of consumers, corporates, retail customers, travel agents. So we don't have any regret for being in this field. This is a large area in India and also globally.
This is good. This is good. I think we saw a lot of challenges in COVID, but good to see the market recover. Actually, much better. When I travel, it's so difficult. I mean, I'm just thinking that I have to plan a month in advance. before booking a ticket, which was not the case before COVID. So let's come back to what is the value add a travel as service can provide to the market. So maybe you can define TaaS as such, travel as service, and also how fintechs and banks can utilize it. Maybe you can double click on that as well.
Sure. So I think many are very familiar with SaaS, software as a service model, where specialized softwares are made and you can simply use for your own purpose. So these days nobody builds an accounting software, right? So you subscribe to Tally kind of solutions or QuickBooks kind of solutions and or Zoho kind of solutions to run your business. So a lot of technology is built hosted on cloud already, and SaaS has become very popular globally for that purpose. So if you look at travel, so we want to take the same template for travel as a service. So the technology is complicated. Some of the systems used by the airlines, by the global distribution systems, are very legacy, old-fashioned technologies. So if everybody is trying to solve the same problem, and it will take years and years to do it. So we want to automate all those processes at one end and simplify this for many organizations where they already have an existing customer base. So let's say a bank has retail customers or corporates or MSME segments that they service already. So you for having a better customer retention, for offering more services to the customer and make them happy on the platform, so they can continue to deliver more services to the customers. It's not just they are coming to the platform only for one purpose. So if you can service them with multiple of their needs, so any business, any MSME, any large corporates, so travel is inevitable. Likewise, any other services in the business. So we want to enable these businesses to simplify their offerings and add travel as a service to their existing customer base and just go across very easily. It doesn't take a lot of time to implement because we have already solved all the complex backbone infrastructure that it requires to do. Simply embed this like small atom into your existing product and then you go live to service your customers. So with that, then I think you'll be able to engage your customer base in a better way. You can also make customers come back to your platform, with more loyalty and more repeatability. That will help existing businesses. Happy customer is happy business outcomes, right?
Okay, and everybody talks a lot about PL opportunity or lending opportunity. Do you see overlying opportunity on TaaS as well in this framework, where neobanks or banks can actually offer the service, and on top of that, they can give credit as well? Do you see that as an opportunity?
Huge opportunity. Huge opportunity. So payments last 2 to 4 years were revolutionized in India, right? So we all no longer carry cash. No longer, I don't even carry my wallet. I don't even remember when I went to ATM. So it's a lot of innovation on payments is possible. So for payment of any service, including travel, you can embed more innovative payment solutions. BNPL solution is one of it. It will be very attractive for small businesses very well, where they have some kind of cash management to be done in a better way. So you can simply integrate your payment collection mechanisms, whatever payment collection that you have, your own payment gateway, your BNPL solution, your credit solutions onto our platform.
Okay, and I think as a banker, I never had a focus on MSMEs. I keep telling about each session that I've built more digital platform in the world than anybody else potentially, but I never focused beyond retail and corporate. And the day I became MSME, I realized my needs are very different, right? So MSMEs typically are not catered to from a lending, servicing, even the platform perspective. Nothing has been done, which is what neobanks are now applying to offer, right? So when these MSMEs are looking at your services, what options do they have right now? And if they partner or they work via neobanks and your services are available, what benefits they will get? So specifically from a customer TG perspective, you can talk about MSME first and then retail. Talk of both about so that what's the value add? Because we can say I'll partner, but what is it for the customer, right?
So MSMEs are backbone for Indian businesses. So they are one of the primary reason why the Indian economy is very resilient. In that sense, right? For MSMEs as a business, for large corporates, you have a lot of access to a lot of these services. For MSMEs, if you simplify this, if you look at flights as a travel mode, right? You get a better rates for MSMEs. The business rates that large corporates get, you can also get as a small MSME. So you can get additional services like free meal. You can get seat selection that you can do. You can also have better terms and conditions in terms of cancellation fees. In most cases, it is free cancellation. So as an MSME, your business plans may change. You want to fly tomorrow, but you suddenly some other business priority came and you have changed your date. So either you can do rescheduling with very less cost. You can do cancellation of the service also with very less cost. As I said, free meal and various options like that. You don't need to look for, as a small business, you get large benefits, right? So what is available only for the large guys, you can also get today. That's what is possible using our service.
Okay, and how about the retail side?
Retail side as well. So it's very distributed today. Retail customers are growing in proportions as economy is growing very rapidly. The travel mobility in general is the foundation for how the people react going forward, right? You and me, probably in our parents were sitting in one place and all through their life, whereas we have seen many places. We move from place to place. So as economies grow, as people become more economically more stable, so travel, whether it is flight or cab or bus or train, Elon Musk talks about rockets as well, going from one place to other place in half an hour. So mobility becomes the foundation for all of this. So for retail customers, we're also bringing a lot of variety of choices. If you want to go on a vacation, you want to just travel for family purpose, or a lot of MSMEs are also one man proprietorship organizations as well. So you hardly have a difference between who's retail and who is MSME in that sense as well.
Okay, so we have spoken a lot about in India banking as service. I remember focusing on it on day one when we started, and we were blogging and talking a lot about it. People are making fun of us, not possible, not possible, not in Indian context. And then we have seen so many BaaS players and a lot of neobanks coming on top out there. So now you're building a TaaS business, which is completely new to the market. Nobody knows about travel as service. What are the challenges you face right now, and sort of, or maybe the opportunity you see right now for TaaS? And how do you see in future, right? How would it happen in next 3 to 5 years? A new category getting created, and how it will impact the customers and the market, all of that. So TaaS is what I'm looking at, equivalent of BaaS. What is the value add, and what is the future ahead?
I think a lot of partners, whether it is airline systems or global distribution systems or hotel content providers, they're all still on the very legacy platforms, right? So therefore, the transparency was not there in the past. It's like it's like before Uber and Ola times, right? So when we get down on a railway station or at an airport, you have to go out and they come and hassle you for cab, 1,500 rupees, 2,000 rupees. The price discovery was not there, right? So with the technology, with huge integrations at the background, now the price discovery becomes very easy, right? So clearly what you're paying for, and nobody can anymore bluff you, from that point of view, right? So yes, it is brand new category that we are creating, travel as a service. We're simplifying all of that into. So when you look at it from a consumer point of view, it's like search, select, and book, right? Whether it is flight, hotel, or any other service. But to make that happen, right? So there is a universe of integration that happens at the back end. As I said, a lot of them are legacy platforms. So also the mindsets are also same, like how it was pre-Uber frames, right? So this is how we do the business, and we are comfortable with it. That is how we want to continue to do it. It is a general mindset that's there. Also, we have a business, so we're happy with the business, and we continue to do it that way. So it's primarily a big shift from a business focused to a consumer focused. So what consumer wants is what we all need to do, right? So that's a shift that we're trying to bring it in the travel space.
Okay, so I mean, you spoke about all positive, but abhi tak kyun nahi hua? And there's a thought process that it must be very expensive to implement or do partnerships. So how complicated is a partnership between a TaaS player and a fintech or a bank? What is the next steps? Let's say if you find a partner, how much time does it take? Would it take to do it? How would you integrate? I just want to ensure that those listeners out there, or audience who is there, is able to understand that it's viable, or it's like too complicated and not commercially would make sense?
No, I think, see, 80% of it comes prepackaged. The remaining 20, I would break it down into first 10% and the last 10%, right? The first 10% would be integrating into your own existing mobile or web application platforms that you have. Using single sign-on, you don't want to ask user again, what is your user ID and password. So you just need to integrate that into it. So that's one side of it. And then, of course, the colors, the theme, the look and feel that you want to have for your own application is one that caters to the first 10% of the.
So are you saying that white labeling is part of it? You don't need, it will not come as your own brand. It will come as a brand of the platform itself.
Yes. So it's completely white labeled. It is as your own product. So there is no name to it. So whatever your existing brand, you can just continue to popularize your own brand, and consumer doesn't need to know how the service is really happening per se, right? It's completely transparent from that point of view. And coming back to the last 10% is about how the payments and the payment collections happens, especially for fintechs and banks. As you own the bank accounts, you are creating the bank account, whether it's current accounts or savings accounts. So you can do a lot of innovation in terms of collections as well. And also you can embed, like we talked about, buy now, pay later services or credit services on top of it. So we can customize for your customer base what they can take more and simply go live. So I would say broadly, I would give a time horizon of 1 to 3 months. As we do more of this, that will reduce in terms of the timeline. So integrate first and make the collection sorted, and remaining 80% comes prepackaged. You don't need to do anything.
Okay. This is good. So I think then hope to see you in more and more places very soon. This is good. So coming back to the entrepreneurship journey, I think most of the participants here which are going to listen to this session may have some intent of become entrepreneurs as well. At least they should know what it takes. You have been the second time entrepreneur as well, right? So what it took to become entrepreneur at round one, and what it became. I mean, how was it in round two, which is the FastCollab journey? And what will be the advice to participants saying that how they should look at it, and what are the challenges they will face and opportunities they will have?
I think first thing to look at is, we should not build what we want to build, right? We have to build where the pain points are from a customer point of view, right? So a lot of entrepreneurs I've seen, I have a very crazy idea and I just want to do it. Whether it finds the right product fitment or not is a question mark. So if you do it other way around, is one thing that we can do. And I've also seen a lot of people waiting for everything to be done before they test in the market. So it may be too late also. So you should fail fast. You should hit the market, talk to the customers really, and understand their pain points. And then therefore you can improvise your idea. And there's nothing wrong in pivoting from an original concept to a slightly a better version of it, if I may put it that way, right? So these are some of the points that I've learned. If you find the right fitment, right pain area, so you can really grow. And of course, other part is getting the right team in place, right investment to grow this. So nothing will happen with 1 or 2 people sitting in a corner. So gone are those days. So you need certain good team to really make all this happen. So we can make commitments to the market, but we need to deliver those commitments to the market. So those are some of the areas that comes to my mind.
Oh, phenomenal. I think this is good. And best of luck, Sri. I think hope to see you either as a unicorn, and unicorns are also up and down these days, or somebody which has millions and millions of revenues and profitable business. Either which way, best of luck. Hope to see you soon and work together. Thank you.
Thank you, Samir, for hosting us, and really appreciate it.
Thank you. See you. Bye.